method of business would persist until the formation of the National Wrestling Alliance in 1948. The NWA as a central governing body, with its singular, undisputed world champion, would be absolute and undeniable. This control, combined with the expansion of the interstate highway system, and the inevitable popularity and availability of regional television, would usher in an era of wrestling that was defined by what would come to be known as the territory system. The territory system would dominate wrestling for nearly 4 decades. While the borders, authority, popularity, and obedience of individual NWA territories was in a near constant state of flux, to this day the impact and influence of these territories is still felt. Each territory had its own signature promoter and star. While it is impossible to cram these characteristics into a static, concrete map, we are damn sure going to try anyway.
So open up your eyes before it gets too late. Now one man, there's no way you can hit the streetlights running, don't give a damn. A simple explanation that you'll never find. Sinners never sacrifice, we never leave love alone. Is hate really worth the price? Look at what we've done. Never care for compromise. Always threatening someone's life, and it feels like the end of the world.
All right, welcome to another episode of This Week in Pro Wrestling with your hosts, Mike Monte and Jimmy Pharaoh. Jimmy, it was fun last weekend. Yeah. It was kind of last week, then, not this week in pro wrestling. Yeah. Was really, really good. So I know it's probably old news to a lot of people, but we had the Elimination Chamber. But I wanted to get your thoughts on it, right? Because and I really want to know how you felt about it. I'm going to start off probably with, in my opinion, was the best match of the night. Maybe not yours, but I think it is. Roman Reigns defeating Sami Zayn.
Best match of the night. Obviously. Great match. You know, it was great before it even started. Look at all the drama before they even put their hands on each other. That was absolutely fabulous.
You're right.
And by the way, little did we realize several years back, the infamous beginning of the Roman Reigns we know today, where he learned that I don't even have to say anything. He was milking that prototype plan at the beginning of that match. They wanted to murder Roman Reigns, the crowd.
Was that Zayn Reigns match, no matter how they wrestled, would have been over? Like, the crowd was crazy.
From an emotional,
they didn't do a lot, and I thought they didn't need to.
They didn't. From an emotional basis, that crowd was ready to put both of them over to the moon. And the fact that the match itself, you know, it's once again as you say all the time, a blueprint of a Roman Reigns match. This isn't a cartwheel fest. This isn't a, might makes right necessarily. But it's a great story. Every time he wrestles, you think, oh shit, he's going to lose. Yeah. And then he wins.
All right.
It's just tremendous. The match was fantastic.
This is the question I'm in fear of
Nothing
asking
fancy.
You, because you might want to kill me, but I have to ask it.
Why would I want to do that?
I would say, still, I think I know you well enough. Could I fairly say that WrestleMania 3, Hogan-Andre, is the greatest WrestleMania match in your opinion?
It's hard to find a bigger spectacle.
All right, how about this?
Yeah.
Hogan-Andre.
Yeah.
Rock Hogan.
Yeah. Personal favorite or the biggest in history?
Personal,
which answer do you want?
I think personal favorite's probably where we have to
Then
go
it's
with this.
already answered no matter what you do after saying Hogan Rock. Personal favorite, Hogan Rock. Personal favorite.
Which, by the way, is considered maybe the greatest WrestleMania match.
It's one of the greatest WrestleMania matches.
So, can I ask you, was this Sami Zayn Roman Reigns match?
It was a great match.
In that?
No.
In the yard?
Not to me. Oh, in the yard?
In the yard. Not better.
I'll put it in the yard.
In the yard.
I'll put it in the yard. I will. Is that wrong?
No,
I would put it in the yard. It's never going to be Hogan Rock to me. It wouldn't be Hogan Andre to me. But it's still in the yard. That's a great match with a great storyline. Two great characters that completely knocked it out of the park.
17,000 fans engaged
Going
from
nuts.
second one to the last of it.
By the way, little quick shout out to the Canadian wrestling fans. Where was Hogan versus Rock?
Canada.
Up in Canada. Big shout out to the Canadian fans.
And let's be fair.
Big shout out.
Andre Hogan, Michigan. Fairly close to Canada, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if
Hop,
Hogan
skip,
always
and a jump
remembers
away, right?
where the match was held.
Right.
Silverdome. I hate doing that to Hulkster. I'm sorry, Terry. Hey. Great match. It was an excellent match, and the right guy won. By the way, this card we nailed every single one of these, but that's nothing to brag about. I mean, these were pretty much the expected results,
Again,
and that's okay. I
that's the
enjoyed
way it
myself.
should be. Why do you need a shocker?
Wait a minute, this card made sense.
Right.
Yeah, the card made sense. It was good.
And it gave you a fact that, can you tell me as a wrestling fan or the expert that you are, is there a point you're watching there and you're like, holy shit, Zayn might win this match?
There is every Roman Reigns match that's effectively told, which is basically every time he tells his story in the ring, you think there's a moment where he's going to lose.
Yeah.
And you know what feeds into it? Because he's been champion for so long. It makes you go, well, maybe this is the moment.
Right.
Listen, this is just wrestling, script writing on an A level, period.
Coming out of this, do you still feel strongly enough after two great Paul Heyman, Cody Rhodes confrontations on Raw?
Yeah.
Are you still feeling 100% sure, like you have been, that Cody Rhodes is still going to end the historical run by what I consider? I'm sorry, I'm facing this hard.
Greatest
He is
champions.
one of the all-time greatest champions of all time.
He is. You're not going to get an argument out of me, but
are you waving on Cody at all? Or are you still steady?
Your answer is, and if you watched this past week, which I know you did, I will finish this storyline. The story must be finished. Cody's winning the title.
You don't see they're slowly bleeding Cody kind of questioning himself?
Nope.
Paul is kind of pecking at him and kind of chipping away at his armor?
All that will do, there'll be a moment in the match. This is how we do reverse psychology. All this time, all these matches, we've been going, Roman's going to lose. He might lose. He doesn't. This match, the psychology will be, oh, man, Roman's going to put him away. And then he doesn't.
All right. Well, listen, the smart money is this is the end of Roman Reigns' title.
I know what you're doing, by the way. By me saying that Cody's going to win, you're automatically assuming that my prediction will completely jinx Cody.
I'm trying my best.
By the way,
you're getting smart.
I would like to let the fans know that the New York Rangers are going to win the Stanley Cup. Because here comes Patrick Kane. Anyway.
Pharaoh is getting
and
smart.
I will most likely be wrong.
Pharaoh is getting smart. The longer he holds on to Cody Rhodes winning, even in a scripted sense of it,
I've got them Jets. He's also a fan of the Jets and the Knicks, but it's me. It's me.
Listen, you got to blame someone.
Holy Ken O'Brien.
Can't blame yourself.
Oh, my God. Butt fumble anybody? Wow,
butt fumble.
That's pretty rough. That's
dude.
pretty
We've
rough.
had some bad moments. Don't even
the butt fumble. How do you run into your own guys?
Dude, that thing,
into your own guy's ass. What are you doing?
For football fans out
that guy's
there,
ass was huge.
For the Jet fans, who, by the way, the Jets are one of the most highly valued franchises in the NFL,
They're
by
the
way.
sixth most valuable franchise in the damn league.
But for a non-Jet fan, understand this. The Jets never get some play. They never get prime time.
Nope.
So during the Rex Ryan era, all of a sudden we're getting Thanksgiving days.
We were sexy for a couple of years.
We were talking about the HBO special Hard Knocks. They did
a
double, right?
We were it.
Right?
We were it.
You get home for Thanksgiving, you're like, all right, gonna watch my Jets. And you get the butt fumble. And I got to remember this. I remember I got up off the couch to get something to drink. They were playing New England. The game was over by the time I sat down. It was like 30-0.
That's all it takes sometimes. A little piddle in the bathroom and your whole Sunday is shot.
It's done.
That's it. It's the Jets. Usually they're done by my birthday, and I'm before Halloween.
All right, back to wrestling. United States
Yeah.
Championship, Austin Theories wins. Were you
Well, of
expecting
course.
Seth Rollins to
No.
be attacked by Paul there?
Kind of.
Really?
Yeah, kind of. And wasn't that great?
It was great.
How you like the little leap?
I do not like that move.
God,
We discussed that a couple of weeks
I love
ago.
that
I
move.
hate that.
Dude, he did that good.
I'm gonna get you the clothesline, but I've got to flip. I mean, I saw it Hangman Page. I couldn't.
Yeah,
stand
but you know
it.
what the difference is, though, that makes it even cooler when Logan Paul does it compared to Hangman Page? How big is Logan Paul to do that
Dude,
move?
Logan Paul was meant for
How
professional
big
wrestling.
is that guy to do that move?
Friggin' awesome.
Dude, that was awesome. He took his skull
Good point,
off.
though. He is so big compared
took his
to
skull off.
Hangman Page.
Yeah, I love Logan Paul, man. I think he's great. He's great.
Asuka winning the Elimination Chamber,
As she should.
going after
As she should.
Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so I asked you this last week.
Yeah.
Is Asuka going to dethrone Bianca Belair? You said no last week. Any changes?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think she should. I don't think it's best for business. I think that Bianca Belair is a great champion and should continue building her legacy. This is part of her legacy.
All right, so now we're going to go back a little bit.
If you ever lose, you're damaging her overall
I
deal.
agree. So,
Yeah,
but
no
you
good.
use the word best. You use the words best for business.
Yeah.
Is Cody Rhodes winning the? Now again, I understand. You said we don't know what's going on with Roman Reigns. Maybe he wants a break. You're right. You've said that a million times, and it makes a lot of sense. Is Cody Rhodes winning the title best for business?
What I like about Cody Rhodes is I do, and I'm going to stick to it. I think that Cody Rhodes could be the most profitable face in years. Think about the face champions and compare them to Cody Rhodes. And I think Cody Rhodes has got a lot more it factor and a lot more going on for him. The fans love him. You can't say they don't. They do.
The one thing I
You
will,
know?
where you really are smart, is that Cody brings a whole list of new matches.
Dude.
Roman,
And they need it.
well,
They do.
you could put Roman against Gunther.
Okay.
Right?
That would be fun.
Which would be huge.
That would be great.
You could put
You're
Roman.
going to start running out of people, though.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that's true.
Go ahead.
And risk Roman becoming a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Right? Because you start putting him against Gunther and you
Now
start
got-
putting him against
now,
these other guys.
This is the time to take
Karrion
it from
Kross.
This is the time to take it from him because he now has true heel heat. When he first became a bad guy, they were cheering for him. He's with Heyman finally. They listened to us. We love this.
Oh, by the way,
But now he's really
have
fucking
you
hated.
ever heard a crowd chanting
F
at
you?
a wrestler,
Like that?
fuck you like that, ever?
No, not on that level. That's pretty good.
And
He
him just
has-
staring?
Dude, it's time. It's time. It's time to do this.
But does that just take the shine off of him?
Nope, not at all. Doesn't take. How do you take the shine off a guy who's had the longest reign since 1988? You're not. You're not. Now, if he suddenly, by the way, this is going to sound very controversial to some people out there. If he had dropped the belt to Sami Zayn, you're taking a little of the shine off.
You're right.
Dropping the belt to the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, with the current deal and everything he's been through in the storyline. Nope, you're not taking the shine
And
off him.
honestly, you could see one of
You're
those NWA moments because they mostly did that shit in the NWA when a guy
Mm-hmm.
won the title. I can see all the faces hitting the ring because the tribal chief is now dead.
Right, right. By the way, I guarantee you that if this does happen and that Cody wins the title from him, they'll give him a respectable reign. But I guarantee you,
By
Roman will
SummerSlam-
take that
by
belt back.
SummerSlam, yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. But he's going to take that belt back.
Right.
He will be the guy who takes it back. He has to do that. After that long reign,
Right.
okay, he dropped it, you get it back eventually.
How did it make you feel like, all right, so how about the Michael Cole haters out there? Again, I
Ah,
did not know,
please.
guys, I did not know our show was going to become this, but it's me and Pharaoh really haven't talked about it, so I'm really interested in what you thought.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't a Michael Cole fan.
Right.
I honestly think the guy does good work, and he's even doing better work now since I think he's been released a little bit on his own.
You know what it is that, and I'm sorry if I'm blunt about it, there are a lot of morons out there who just blindly hate the WWE and mostly hate Vince McMahon. So Michael Cole has been open season because according to them, and some of it may be true, that Vince McMahon tells him to
Which
say
no one really knows, by the
and
way.
nobody knows that for sure, and that he just parrots him. Why, you think you could be a professional announcer? What are you, fucking kidding me? Michael Cole is underrated. Michael Cole has been doing this for over a quarter of a century. He's actually really damn good at what he does. The problem is that and he'll never will be a JR
Mm-hmm.
or a
Who is?
Gordon. But who is?
Right.
A Gordon Soley. You know, you
Do you
could
put
have your
Cole?
own.
Do you put Cole at the level of a Monsoon?
Gorilla was a different kind of announcer. It's almost stupid to compare the two.
Let me ask you this. I will
Gorilla
say
was
this.
great, though.
Michael Cole. And
Michael
and
Cole's
I
at
will
least
say it's almost
freaking
Roman
good.
Reigns
I mean-
specific, and it might just be Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
But when he does the introductions to a Roman Reigns match, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get, you know,
He's
I
excellent.
get the hair on my arms. Like
Yeah.
when he was talking about Bruno Sammartino and
Mm-hmm.
Ivan Koloff, I was like, holy, like this feels like a real professional fight.
Yeah.
It's got that feel
I
every time.
I think he's great. I mean, I've really never had an issue with him. You know, I guess people just look to hate. You know, the only time I thought Michael Cole jumped the shark was that horrible wrestling match with Jerry the King.
Which was kind of fun.
That was
by the way.
horrendous. That's the
He-
worst match in the history of WrestleMania.
He
Stop
had
it.
Great heel heat, though.
He did. They hated his guts. I get. Okay, job well done. They hate you, but the match was the
Well,
drizzling.
come on, what do you expect?
What do I expect? Don't put them in the ring if you're going to do that. Do not. That was just horrendous. That was terrible. But
All
yeah,
right.
he's underrated and a little underappreciated.
I was a little shocked at this one. Edge and Beth Phoenix beating Finn Balor. and
Why?
Rhea.
Why?
I
knew they were going to win that.
yeah, you did. But I just felt like, do you really want to fucking? Does that hurt Rhea? Rhea's hot right now.
No,
She's
Rhea's
crazy
fine.
hot
Nah,
right
you know
now.
what? The match didn't. Quite honestly, the match didn't mean shit. So no, she's not
It's a
hurt.
good match.
So what? I don't like these stupid couples matches. I'm like, stop it. Who gives a shit? But that's me. You know, I don't find that sexy enough.
All right, well,
know.
well, let's switch subjects. Wednesday night, Tony Khan was baiting all these AEW fans and wrestling fans. Stay tuned because he has a special
Huge.
announcement.
It's huge. What is it? What is it? It's huge. It's got to be like they just signed a huge superstar from somebody. What is it? They've been hyping this.
They're going. Well, first of all, he hands it off to Adam Cole, who makes the announcement that he'll be wrestling next week, and the 402,000 fans.
You guys see this
watching.
finger? Watch this.
Poor Adam Cole. Pharaoh was such a big fan of his at one point.
No, I'm saying if this is your huge fucking announcement, okay.
No, the
what
bigger
else you got?
announcement was
There's something bigger?
Yeah, that AEW now in March will premiere a behind-the-scenes reality series, AEW All Access. So they're trying to do like a Total Bellas or something of that level.
They should call it Total
What was it
Losers.
that- wait a minute, when
Right.
the network before it was on Peacock, didn't they have like an All Access in the WWE?
I think so.
There's not enough talent or interesting talent to want to see behind the scenes. What are you gonna watch? Adam Cole.
Hook goes shopping.
Well, yeah, Hook goes shopping.
Yeah, he buys
No,
his-
well, I'll tell you what.
He
If Adam Cole's having sex with Britt Baker, you watch that?
Yeah, but that would be on the Playboy channel.
Dude,
that wouldn't
talk
be on-
about the view. The TBS would be exploding right now.
Yeah, I guess so. And you can figure out who Adam is by the balding, thinning hair. Looks like the Pharaoh.
Yeah, that poor guy.
What? I wear a hat for a reason.
Yeah, but you're 50-something. This guy's like 30.
Yeah, but it's going. It's going.
Oh, he's
got
in
the,
trouble.
He's got the Baron Corbin thing.
Oh, he's in
happening.
trouble. And
He's not gonna
once
be-
that goes, he's actually looks kind of
Look
like
at
Shawn
his-
Michaels.
look at his
he
face.
should get smart.
He's
He
doomed.
should put his eye, like turn his eye in, like make his eyes go different ways.
Oh, so we don't look at his balding head? So we're only focusing on his eye. He can see what's coming, but he can't tell what's going?
I mean, seriously, what are you going to watch on
the
All
fuck?
Access, dude?
Nothing. This is his huge announcement?
Like,
this is
first
shit.
of all, I got to understand
Who
something.
cares?
They're on TNT, right?
Yeah.
What does TNT keep giving them time slots?
I don't know, man. I think
There's no one watching this.
I think Daddy's friends with him or something like that. You know, are there people at the network maybe? I don't fucking know. You know, and it's funny too. Go ahead, let's talk about some of these gripping matchups.
All right,
Go
fine.
ahead, tell me about
Wednesday
them.
night had Orange Cassidy defeating Wheeler Utah.
Now,
for
hold
the
on, wait,
AEW
wait.
All Atlantic.
Well, now I thought a couple of weeks ago they were trying to make Wheeler Yuta out to be something, and he lost to the guy with his hands in his pockets.
There you go.
Who's the champion of the All Atlantic Championship?
By the way, every AEW guy has a title.
Yeah.
It's like every match is a title
Yeah,
match.
you're right. Yeah, the All Atlantic Championship. What the fuck does that mean? All Atlantic.
I don't know.
What,
dude.
just down the coast of the Atlantic Ocean in this country? What is that? What kind of title is that?
I got to be honest with you. The only reason I watch AEW is because usually I'm watching The Big Bang Theory and forget to change the channel.
You know,
I'm being honest.
Don't you hate when you forget to do things like change the
Well,
channel?
you know what? They've become so predictable. Check this out.
Yeah.
Me and my wife were watching something last night. I said, I got to put on AEW. She goes, what for? I said, because MJF is on. She goes, how do you know he's on? I said, because they're so scripted. I even know.
You can
9
tell
o'clock
what time he's
hour,
gonna come on.
MJF's coming, and he's going to do whatever he's going to do. So
Very
I listened.
interesting. Very interesting.
Dude, it was right on the money. I turned it.
Right.
Here he comes.
Hello, Monte. It's like he's like talking to you.
Dude,
It's
I was
whoa,
like,
wait a
are you
minute.
kidding me right now?
Interesting.
The Acclaim defeated Big Bill and Lee Moriarty.
Well, you and I both called it that we knew that Big Bill was on to big things with that name. They call me Big Bill. That's right. You losing tonight.
Done.
Yeah, way to go, Big Bill.
Maybe this one's the worst of it all.
What's that?
I have to apologize to fans because I thought Soraya was a huge signing, and she is falling flat
Dude, I told you.
on her. Dude,
told you.
this is epic fail, dude.
I told you.
I did not
The
know
next
it
thing
would
you're
be
going to
this
tell
bad.
me that New Japan is the next big thing because you know who's over there is the women's champion.
Well, that is a big deal.
Wow, what a big deal. You bought NJPW Network, right? You've got it now, right?
No.
Well, that takes care of that, folks. Next subject.
All right, well, you're right there.
Yeah, dude, nobody gives a fuck.
Dude, I didn't
ahead.
know that she would be this flat. I'm shocked.
What
I'm
did we?
shocked.
Well, who are the sexy names she has to work with anyway?
That's what you're right. You're right. Takes two to tango, right?
Exactly. You know, last week I defeated Sky Blue. You didn't hear?
First of all, like, I need a wrestling name. Well, Big Bill's taken, so we're gonna call you
Sky Blue.
It's like
I mean, what if it was rainy that day?
rainy days.
Fade away. It's
Dude,
fucking
like-
horrible. I don't know.
It's like there's no effort.
No.
Sky Blue.
Sky Blue.
I think there's a girl, Red Ranger.
Yeah. Sky Blue, Sun Yellow. That brilliant.
Ruby Soho. I
Ruby
mean,
Soho. Yeah. Lame.
here's another one. Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal won the Revolution Tag Team Battle
Well, you know why? You know why they won it? Because
Please tell me.
AEW stands for the future of wrestling, putting over the young guys and making sure that the tomorrow stars shine brightly. That's why Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal won.
I understand.
Nice. You know, next week they're going to go grave digging to see who they can put as their
Will
opponents.
there ever be a point that you and I like AEW at all?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
And the main event was John Moxley versus Evil Uno.
All right, I have a confession to make.
Go ahead.
That was me under the mask. How'd I do?
That was you.
Yeah, how'd I do?
Did
I
pretty
all right?
good.
I
You
thought I
bled a
did.
little bit though.
Well,
Who
you
told
know,
you to bleed
what would-
under a mask?
you know-
Who does that?
you know-
I've never seen that. That's
Well,
a first.
I tell you what, though, the fans can, if they haven't caught it yet, they can go back. Since this is Friday night, they can go back and check out, our blood-filled episode, on this week's regular show. You could check that out
There you
because,
go.
if you're not bleeding in AEW, what the fuck are you doing here?
Exactly. It's
know?
blood galore.
Yeah, catch a packet, anybody?
I will say to everybody, the one thing you have to catch, as always, is the A&E documentaries. They opened up with the season premiere with the NWO,
Okay.
which I thought to myself when I first started watching, because I watched that HBO series, The Last of Us, so I kind of got conflicted, and I ended up going to The Last of Us because I thought to myself, there isn't one thing I don't know about the NWO. I've watched so many documentaries that I know everything.
Okay.
And guess what?
You found out I was in it.
Well, shockingly enough,
Yeah.
there was a lot of little things that I had no clue.
Okay.
It was
Any little quick things you want to, share with anybody? Or is it just, you just found it interesting that there was some nuggets you thought you knew everything and there they were?
well, I did not know that Hogan and the NWO did not get along. They did not like each other. in the
Hogan,
beginning.
Hall, and Nash didn't like each
in
other.
the beginning.
They were paired together, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually knew that. As far as the level of not liking each other, I didn't know that. I thought that, I knew Hogan was presented with the idea.
Did you know Rodman skipped practices that Phil Jackson was calling
Yes.
Hogan?
Yes.
Saying you need to get him back into the gym?
Rodman didn't give a fuck.
Had no idea.
Rodman was, what a stud, by the way. Dennis Rodman.
Absolutely.
Not only did he perform in the ring great, he also won the championship that year with the Bulls. That guy, what a stud!
Well, I remember that Bulls game. I remember you saw Bischoff and Hogan sitting in the in the way
There
there.
you go. There you go. Yeah, Rodman was something, man. In his time.
Other things you knew about were Hogan when he came to WWE with the NWO, he didn't want to go. He wanted to kind of gradually go into it.
Okay.
And Vince really put the pedal to the metal, and he felt it totally screwed up NWO.
Yeah, it wasn't great when they came back. Vince didn't do that very well. He didn't. But that's my opinion. He did not do that very well.
They talked about the passing of Scott Hall. Yeah, I'm not remembering everything, Farrell, but I will tell you, there's things I had
you
no
brought up some
clue.
Yeah.
You know,
Now I'm going to probably want to check it out.
I think you'll enjoy it.
It's usually not my speed to watch those
I
things.
got to be
but that
honest
sounds
with you. The
interesting.
funny thing is, we got Jake the Snake coming up this week, and I don't know what it is about Jake. I'm kind of like burnt out on the guy.
He showed up for his documentary?
Yeah, he did. He
Wow.
did. Shocking.
I'm shocked.
Shockingly enough.
I'm surprised. Way to go, Jake.
They also have rivals,
Mm-hmm.
and they opened up with this rival was Andre Hogan.
Okay.
And dude, they were
Get
showing
better
the
than that.
old Hogan Andre matches, dude. It was so cool.
Must have been.
So cool.
Yeah, it must have been. They were dude. I saw real quick. I saw an Andre the Giant match from 1970. You should see this guy wrestle. I couldn't believe it. I was like, is this really the same guy?
We only got another minute, but I got to ask you, what did
Yeah.
Andre mean to the Pharaoh?
Andre the Giant, if you really think about it, like if I was really hard pressed, okay, who left a bigger, I'm not talking success or cash or any, who left a bigger impression on you than Andre the Giant? I almost can't think of anybody.
Nobody.
How great was Andre the Giant? Andre the Giant was all encompassing. Andre the Giant
was so important. If you didn't watch $1 Million Man, but you knew he was playing Bigfoot, you went and watched those.
Dude,
those
I
shows.
ran to those shows.
So did I.
You know?
So did I.
And the other great big man, Ted Cassidy.
Yeah.
He played Bigfoot too.
Yeah.
Andre played Bigfoot and Ted Cassidy. You're in
Wow.
good company when you're in there with Lurch.
Very cool. Very, very
Fucking
cool.
$6 million man. Look that one up, guys.
And Andre was loved, man.
He was loved.
They told a story that Andre Brody broke his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and across from him, or in another room close to him, was a girl
Mm-hmm.
that was dying, a woman. He went, ordered an expensive bottle of wine, went over to her room, had a drink with her. She died the next day.
Wow. I was fortunate enough to see Andre the Giant in person, turn a corner, and I just looked up.
Wow.
I was 12 years old.
Wow.
That was at the Comac Arena. I gotta
tell you something.
I could not believe the size of this man.
I
was
have
like,
pictures somewhere.
Oh, my God.
When I was at the Comac Arena.
Yeah.
It was the Cobra Clutch Challenge, Tony
Okay.
Garea,
Very
Sergeant
nice.
Slaughter.
That's a good one. That's a good match.
The main event,
Mm-hmm.
guys, Andre the Giant
Yeah.
against Hulk Hogan.
There you go. I actually saw Andre
I have
fight.
pictures somewhere.
I saw Andre fight Ken Patera in the main
Jeez,
event.
That'd be great.
Ken Patera was so great. I mean, he did what he could with Andre, and I loved how they wrote this at the end. Andre just started to beat him silly. Ken Patera ran to the dressing room.
Beautiful.
Count out.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
With that, this has been Mike Monte.
This is the Pharaoh. You've been watching This Week in Wrestling, and until next week in wrestling, later.